What's going on, everybody? It is McFly here. I'm finally back. I'm gonna start doing something new on the channel, and we're gonna be doing a lot of music on this channel, whether it be music reactions, learning a song, things like that. So the stream and the channel are both gonna have a lot of music stuff. I am a musician. I have my degree in music, so I don't know why I didn't do this before. I think I was just apprehensive about essentially putting out my skills out there, but we're going to be doing that. I think the easiest way to kind of bridge that gap is to do music reactions. That's actually where I started my whole thing with getting into the reaction channels, was through music reactions. So we're gonna do that today. When I told my buddy that I was gonna start doing that, not only was he happy, but he also told me that this is the song that I should start it with. This is Hi Ren by Ren. I've never heard of this artist before, but it looks like it already has over 6 million views. So I'm super late to this, but apparently, you know, my friend was saying that prepare myself, which he never really says to me. So I don't know what to expect. I have no idea if this is gonna be like metal or if it's gonna be rap, if it's gonna be country. I don't know what it is. I don't think he was semi-country because I don't like country, but what the f? I'm very curious what this is. Before we get started, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I will be stopping it here and there, mostly for the artists, so that, you know, I want them to get the, you know, the props for this, not me. But so I will be stopping it and talking about stuff. I want to go into the music of it. Like I said before, I am a musician, so I want to kind of get into the music of it. I know nothing about Ren, like I said before. The only thing I do know is I read what he wrote here. It looks like there's a comment. You guys should go read it. Essentially, he talks about his kind of battle that he's had with a lot of different things. I guess he had issues with autoimmunity with Lyme disease, and it was misdiagnosed, and you know, they diagnosed him with bipolar, things like that. So a lot of stuff. This guy went through a lot of stuff, and he's currently at the hospital to try and get all that treated. So went through a lot. We'll see if that turns into something good for the music or not. A lot of times it does, a lot of times it doesn't. So we will see. But without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, he's in a hospital gown and just getting pushed in with a pig butcher, it looks like. That's cool. This looks like Hi Ren. This looks like it might be like some type of metal or hip hop song. But he's got a guitar, so that's obviously, you see the guitar behind me. I'm a guitar player, so props to that. All right, here we go. All right. I see the guitars plugged in, and it looks like he has a mic, so he's playing this live. That's kind of crazy. Nylon strings. All right. Okay, before I continue, he can play guitar. He's pretty good at the guitar for sure. And this is kind of chaotic, the way he's playing the guitar already. It's not very like perfected, if that makes sense. It's more of kind of like he's playing by feel. That's the best way to describe it. And I do see the mic on his hospital gown, and I do see that the guitar is plugged in. So he's playing this live, which is pretty cool. I don't think a lot of artists do that. But let me back up a little bit. All right. So I don't know if this is going to be like a classical song, or we'll see. All right. Didn't expect that singing, but
Hi there. there, Ran? It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you?
Oh, so he's rapping. All right.
Back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ran, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill.
Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that the...
So this is really cool. Essentially, he's, you know, it's the best way to explain it. We all have kind of different sides of us, right? We have a light, I'd like to call it the light side, and a dark side. Or you can say it's your good side, bad side. Or another way that a lot of people put it as, it's like the angel and devil on your shoulder type of thing. But we always have battles within ourselves, and it looks like he's kind of like personifying that with this, which is really cool. There's been other artists that have done that, but I don't think they've done it this way. I want to see if he keeps it up, but this is super interesting already, and he has me engrossed in this, so let's keep going.
So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill.
Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to.
There's 7 minutes left. I'm gonna try and not stop this as much, but what was that line he said? We've been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. I mean, that's a bar right there. I don't even know if this is considered rap or what the hell is considered, but that was a bar for sure.
Being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy.
Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help.
You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not left over dinner.
That's heavy right there. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. Like I said before, that dark side is part of you. Like you can't, it's not something you can get rid of. It's something that you either kill yourself to get rid of it, or you have to find a way to live with it. This is crazy the way he's doing. This is a performance, because the way he's turning back and forth, he's acting it out, both sides of it. The riff is much more calm and much more uniform when he's himself. And then it's much more sporadic. It's much more intense. His facial expressions are more intense, all of that when he's the darker side of himself. And the cinematography is great too. And I like how the lights are flickering when it's his darker self, and when it's him, they're on. This is interesting. I'm stopping it too much. I'm gonna try and get through at least 3 more minutes without saying anything. But there's so much going on right now. It's interesting, and I want to talk about it.
Scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving. Delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys, Ren. Nowhere.
Yeah, but
Yikes.
my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics, or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that?
Preach it.
But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me, that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in.
Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself.
Trust me.
You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it.
Man, it's not like that.
Man, it's just like that, I'm inside you, you twat.
No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I
quick
belong.
switch.
Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was
Fourth
not
wall
done
breaking?
previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it.
Played on guitar.
Plan B did it.
Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's
Bars.
material.
Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore.
Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us.
That's right, speak your truth, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren.
Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren.
I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots.
I'm gonna go back, but this is like, if anything, this is self-doubt, imposter syndrome. I think, you know, this goes deeper than that. It goes through depression. It goes through just the internal battle, all of those different things. But if anything, this is imposter syndrome, right? Which is, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's essentially where you're doubting yourself. You don't think you can do what you're doing. You know, for me, it could be my music. It could be doing these videos. Like, why do you guys want to watch some nobody talk about music, talk about video games, talk about movies, right? That's self-doubt. That's the imposter syndrome. At the very least, that's what this is, right? But it's deeper than that. Let's go back a little bit.
Process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren.
Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren.
I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistophelies, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, friend.
I mean, this goes along with what I said before. That was a performance. The whole thing's been a performance, but that whole part right there was amazing. Between his performance and his face and his movements, the way he's playing the guitar, the chords he chose, the lighting, and I don't know if you guys noticed this, but if you look at the floor here,
of end, I am you, you are me, I am you, friend.
kind of like what the lights represent. See how it's going back and forth, back and forth. So the dark side took over. What's the next step?
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So coward the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs.
Broken sing.
That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspired by me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
shit.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare. But there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast.
Wow.
It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Holy shit. I'll be real honest with you guys. That did not feel like 10 minutes. I want to talk about the music, but I feel like the message is more important. Look, this is my first music reaction. I don't even really consider this a song. And that's not disrespectful. That's not me being disrespectful or saying it's a bad thing. This was a work of art. This was a masterpiece. I don't know how long Ren's been making music, but I really hope that this like brings him to the forefront, because this is crazy. I didn't know who Ren was before this, and now, like, I mean, my favorite artist, right? It has to be. I want to talk about the message, and then I'll talk a little bit about the music. But you know, like I was saying before, we all have a darkness and a light within us, and what he depicted here was so awesome, personifying both sides, them arguing with each other and essentially both trying to win, right? The dark is immortal, you know, he can't be defeated, he lived for eternity. And that, hearing that, like, it's true, you can never, and he depicted this as well, you can never defeat depression, you can never defeat anxiety or whatever you're going through, you can never defeat it, right? You can learn to live with it, and to, instead of let it be detrimental, you can let it help you. And that's what he said. You know, he said, stand on his own 2 feet, and he stood up, which was words put in imagery, which was so good. He said, I stand beside you today. He's not talking to us as the viewers, he's talking to that dark side. He's saying, I'm standing next to you now, I'm with you. Well, we're working together to now create a better version of me. That's so powerful. And I think that the reason this is resonating with over 6 million people at this point, and this was almost 2 months ago, like, so many people go through this, whether it's what he's going through exactly or other different variations, but we all go through issues like this. And this is amazing. The way he did this was so cool. And I want to say, obviously I said before, it's a live recording. There's going to be a lot of people that think that he might have made some little mess ups here and there, and it's all calculated. There's none of those things that sounded like mess ups. I don't consider them to be mess ups. Those were not mess ups. This was all calculated. These are all the chaotic of the chords, how he was leading into the next chord, some of the notes in between, the chromaticism, all of those things. The chromaticism with the sound of chaos, that he was doing that when the dark side came to the forefront. That was all chromaticism. The diminished chords at the beginning, showing that he's kind of broken and gives you a sort of an uneasy feeling. All of that is calculated. That is all part of what he's trying to portray. in this song. I think I'm gonna end up going down a rabbit hole, honestly, with Ren. Props to my friend, man. He said to prepare myself, and I wasn't prepared. I didn't think here's the thing. There is, at least in the mainstream, what you hear on the radio, none of this stuff is artistry, right? It's all about what's going to be the biggest views on TikTok, what's going to get us the most, money, what's going to be the biggest hit that most of the people want to hear and that's easy to listen to. Like, honestly, for me, good music is something that hits you in the soul and hits you, something that you can relate to. Like he said, people respect it. I respect it. This is art in song form, as opposed to what's out on the radio now, which is just songs, right? This is art. This is a masterpiece. This is Beethoven's Fifth Symphony for Ren. This is so much more than what I was expecting for my first music reaction. Obviously, I want to do more of Ren. I see the Sick Boy looks like that came out after this, so I'm curious what that is. My friend was saying there's a lot of stuff, if I like this, that I can get into, and he gave me a list of things in the order I should watch them in. So we're probably going to do it. I'm going to mix it up with some other artists, but this was freaking incredible. I really did want to talk about the music, but the music, getting down to the music theory of things and all of that stuff, I can do a quick 2 minutes. I started off at the beginning with the slow, I think it's in D minor, but I'd have to look at it, but he had the diminished chords there leading up to the verse, and that high is really, it's staccato, and hitting that note perfectly every time is very difficult as a singer. And then the second time, not only does he do that, but he's going up a half step. I can't even do it. That's really hard to do. I'm doing it falsetto in my head voice. He's actually singing. It sounds like he's actually singing it from the diaphragm, not from falsetto, which is, I can't do it, but it's ridiculous. So his singing is on point, and that singing at the end hit me deep in my soul. So he's multifaceted. He can sing, he can play guitar, it sounds like he can rap. At least has decent chops at rapping. I don't know if he has any rap songs, but that was amazing. And then when it gets back to the like I said before, the dark part of himself coming to the forefront, that was all going up a half step. It's all chromaticism. It's all, going up half step each time. And then right at the end there was, I think it's just ninth chords all going up half step until he gets to the end. So that's kind of a breakdown of the music, but I really don't think that the music is as important as the message, man. And Ren, I know that you're going through a lot right now, and you've been going through a lot in your life. I've only just come upon you, and I didn't cry through the whole song, but I'm kind of crying just thinking about his whole situation. You're a talent, man. Like, don't give up on your talent. Don't give up on your fight. I know it's exhausting. I do. We all appreciate what you're doing for us. I've only just come upon this song, but this kind of made my week hearing something like this, and it changed my perspective of what I think about good music should be. We've been missing it for a long time. You're a breath of fresh air, and just keep it up, man. If anybody, I saw that he has a GoFundMe. If you guys can go to that GoFundMe, I'll link it in the description below on my video, and I'll link this. Go watch this video for yourself. Take it in yourself. Watch it multiple times. If you can afford even $5, go to his GoFundMe and help him out. Support this guy, man. This guy is a once in a lifetime talent. This is what it must have felt like when like the Beatles came out or when Bowie came out, right? Like, these guys are once in a lifetime talents. And that's all I gotta say, man. My those of you who are new here, my channel is not about me. It's about talking and helping people get through times as much as I can. I'm not a therapist, but I try to just talk people through their issues and help and be there for people. And part of me going into the music part of this is if I can support new musicians that I think are great and that I like, I will do it. whether it's a musician, whether it's a YouTube creator, a Twitch streamer, all that stuff. I'm always here to support people. And this guy needs to be bigger. I know 6 million views is a lot of views, honestly, but it needs to be more than that. He needs to be worldwide. He needs to be known. So, what a first music reaction for the channel, guys. I appreciate you guys being here and watching me go through this emotional journey with Ren. This was amazing. I don't know if this, if all of them moving forward are gonna get better than this. I don't know if that's good, if I can handle it, man. This was crazy. Appreciate you guys for the support. Thank you so much. Please make sure that you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And please do remember that good vibes are contagious.